Hello, my name is Lindell. Welcome to this yoga flow. You can expect a general yoga practice with a bit of everything that you can do at home whenever you have about an hour of time for yourself. The sequence includes some more challenging poses, so if you're a beginner or these poses are not available to you, you can skip these and practice a relaxing pose or a strong pose instead. So let's come to the mat. Sit comfortably upright with the legs crossed on a cushion if needed. Close the eyes and check in with the breath. Continue breathing naturally through the nose and observe. With an inhalation, sweep the arms to the sides and up. With an exhalation, join the palms and lower the hands to the heart center. Repeat one more like this. Now inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, bend sideways. Continue breathing into the side body stretch. Next inhale, come up again. Exhale, bend to the other side. Hold the pose and lengthen with each inhale from sitting bone to fingertips. From here, fold forward from the hips. Bow the head down, releasing tension over back and outer hip. Walk the hands in, coming upright. Grab hold of the knee and foot of the front leg between elbow creases and rock it gently from side to side. Release and cradle the other leg. Place the leg down in front of the other to change the crossing and fold forward. Slowly come upright. Transition to crab pose. Place both of the hands behind you with the fingers pointing forward, soles of the feet flat onto the floor. Lift the hips as high as you can, maybe relaxing the head back to open the throat. Release crab pose and come to tabletop position. Check in with the breath again. Inhale, exhale to cat pose. Tuck the tailbone, round the spine, draw the chin to the chest and navel to the spine. Inhale, move into cow pose, tailbone lifted, arch spine and chin high. Continue on the own pace of breath. Exhale, cat, and inhale, cow. From cow pose, transition to extended puppy pose. Walk the hands forward, reaching the chest to the mat. Keep the hips over the knees and rest the chin or the forehead on the ground. Feel the chest and shoulder opening. Maybe you prefer bending the arms at the elbows, joining both palms. or placing the palms on top of the shoulder blades. Come out, bringing the shoulders over the elbows and the hips down to the mat. Keep the chest open for Sphinx pose. Activate the legs by pressing the tops of the feet down into the ground, lifting the kneecaps and engaging the glutes. Feel the opening to the front of the hips and abdomen, maybe the throat if the chin is lifted. Lower the head and chest down. Reach the right arm out to the side, palm facing down. Press into the left fingers to pivot the left side body up. Stay in this upper body stretch or bend the top leg, placing the foot down behind the right knee and maybe reaching the top arm behind the back. Roll onto the belly again and repeat the shoulder opener to the left side. Come slowly out and interlace the hands behind the back. Legs are hips distance apart and activated again. With each inhalation, lift the head and chest off the floor in snake pose. With each exhalation, release back down. Last one, and hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Join the hands and rest the forehead on the base of the thumbs. Relax the body completely. Lift the head and place the palms flat on the mat underneath the shoulders. Keep the elbows hugged into the ribs and lift into Cobra pose on an inhale. Roll back down on an exhale. 2 more of these. Now inhale, come up and gaze over the shoulder. Repeat twisting from side to side. Now tuck the toes under, press into the hands and send the hips to the heels. Slowly come upright into a toe stretch. Spread the toes and relax the feet, the ankles and the knees. Prepare to lift the knees into a toe balance. Bring the hands in prayer. Try to keep a straight back. Reach the arms forward, shoulder height, and with control, come into chair pose variation on the tiptoes. Interlock the fingers and push the palms towards the ceiling. Straighten both legs and balance on the tiptoes. Release the heels to the floor and bring the arms down. Take a deep inhale and sweep the arms to the sides and up, gazing up. Exhale, fold forward from the hips. Inhale, come halfway up with a straight back, keeping the chest lifted. Exhale, fold over the thighs and soften the knees. Inhale, come up with a straight back, reach the arms up. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, slight bend into the knees. Inhale, come up all the way, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, continue breathing in ragdoll. Feet parallel, hips distance apart. Hold on to opposite elbows. Relax the neck and the back. Place the hands onto the floor in front of the feet or onto the lower legs. On an inhalation, bend the left knee and sweep the right arm up, gazing to the top hand. On an exhalation, return to the forward fold. Inhale, bend the right knee and twist the body to the left, stacking both shoulders. Exhale, fold. Repeat 2 more times on both sides. Now slide the hands up to the front of the legs and come to standing. Step the right foot forward into high lunge. Reach the arms up along the ears. Front knee stays over the front ankle. Back leg is strong and straight. Draw the navel into the spine and harmonize the breath. Join both hands in prayer. Inhale and exhale, twist to the right side. Hook the left elbow to the outside of the thigh. Keep the back leg activated and the hands in the middle of the chest. Gaze back over the right shoulder. Release twisted high lunge. Step the back foot in and straighten both legs. Place the hands on the hips. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, fold halfway until the torso is parallel to the ground for half pyramid pose. Bend through the front leg and lift the back leg off the floor, balancing into warrior 3 pose. Arms alongside the body. Take the fingertips to the ground, head down. Pulsate the left leg even higher in standing splits. Possibly you'll need to bend the standing leg. Lower the left foot down to the ground, place the hands onto the mat and step the right leg to the side of the left, hips up high in downward facing dog. Pedal the feet, bending one leg after the other. Come into a static downward facing dog, lengthening through the backs of the legs and the sides of the torso. Head is in between the arms. Stay here or add some spinal rolls, with an inhalation rounding the spine forward, shoulders over wrists, with an exhalation bending through the legs and pushing back to downward facing dog. Walk the hands backwards to the feet and slide the hands up alongside the legs to mountain pose. Now step the left leg forward, landing in high lunge while reaching the arms up alongside the ears. Position the left knee over the heel. Push the right heel back, straighten the back leg. Join both hands in prayer. Inhale and exhale, twist to the left. Hook the right elbow to the outside of the left leg. Gaze back over the left shoulder. And twist. Shorten the stance of the feet and straighten both legs, hands to hips. Inhale and exhale, hinge forward from the hips into half pyramid pose. Continue breathing evenly and transition to balance in Warrior 3. Try to keep the legs and torso parallel to the ground. Place the fingertips onto the ground, lift the back leg higher, you can pulsate. Come out and move into downward facing dog. Move the hips forward and down, shoulders over wrist for plank pose. Keep the hips in line with the shoulders. Bend through the elbows and slowly lower the hips and belly to the ground. Extend the arms in front of you. Activate the legs and the arms. On an inhalation, lift the right arm and left leg off the floor. On an exhale, release. Inhale, lift left arm and right leg off the floor. Exhale, release. Repeat on your own. Last repetition on both sides. And release. Come and rest the head on the top of the hands. Plant the hands down to either side of the chest, straighten the arms and reach up into upward facing dog. Push the tops of the feet into the ground, straighten the legs and pull the chest through, broadening the collarbones while gazing up. Lift the hips and flow to downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the right leg up high. Exhale, draw the knee into the chest and step the right foot to the front of the mat in between the hands. Wheel the left arm up and back to Warrior 2. Hips and chest are open to the side of the mat. Keep a 90-degree angle in the front knee and pull both arms in opposite directions. Gaze fiercely over the front fingers. Flip the front palm up and reach back to reverse warrior. Left hand on the back leg or bind behind the back on the front thigh. Move to extended side angle pose. Bring the torso in line with the back leg. Rest the right elbow on top of the thigh or against the inside of the lower leg with both arms stacked. Turn the head up to look at the top hand. Lower the left knee to the ground into low lunge. Untuck the back toes. Place the hands on the front knee and sink the hips down. Stay here or reach the arms up alongside the ears. You can move deeper into the back bend on each inhalation. Place the hands down, lift the back knee and step the right foot back into plank pose. Inhale and exhale, bend the elbows to lower into a yogic push-up. Inhale to upward facing dog and exhale to down dog. Inhale to lift the left leg high. Exhale to pull the knee into the chest and step the foot forward in between the hands. Inhale to wheel the arms and open the hips and chest to the right side. Landing in the warrior two. Feel strong and steady. We'll flow through the next poses and hold steady while keeping focused. Keep the legs unchanged, but reverse the warrior. Choose your variation. Keep the legs where they are, but move the torso forward to extended side angle. Again, choose your variation. Release the right knee to the floor, chest facing forward. Place the hands on the ground or on the front thigh. Reach the arms up alongside the ears, maybe adding a back bend, moving deeper with each inhalation. Place the hands down, framing the front foot, and step the left foot back to plank pose. Place the left hand into the middle and reach the right hand up to the ceiling for side plank. Stay here, or bend the right knee to the ceiling and step the right foot down onto the ground behind the left knee. Lift the hips and open the chest, reaching the right arm up alongside the ear for Wild Thing. Flip the chest to the ground and lower the right knee onto the ground. Extend the left leg behind you. Bend at the knee. Reach back with the right arm to grab hold of the ankle or foot and gaze back over the right shoulder for tiger pose. Let go of the left leg and lower the foot to the ground. Turn the right foot anti-clockwise behind the knee. Come up standing on the right knee, left leg straightened out to the side. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, bend to the left for gate pose. Left hand on the left leg. Keep the chest open, stacking the shoulders. Come up and plant the right hand down to the front of the mat for side plank variation. Stay here or straighten the right leg forward. Transition in three-legged dog, lifting the right leg high. Bend at the knee and pull the heel towards the buttocks, opening the hips. Lower the right foot to down dog. Move forward into plank. Place the right hand into the middle and flip the body open to the left side for side plank. Stay here in side plank or transition into wild thing. Move slowly with intention and hold steady, breathing continuously through the nose. Bring the left hand to the ground and lower the left knee down. Extend the right leg behind you, bend at the knee, and reach back with the left hand for tiger pose. Feel the opening to the front of the body. Kick the foot into the hand and gaze back over the left shoulder. Release the right foot to the ground, turn the left foot clockwise behind the knee, stand up onto the left knee and bend sideways into gate pose. Place the left hand down to the front of the mat and move into your variation of side plank. Transition with control into three-legged dog, left leg high. Bend the left leg at the knee, open the hips, and gaze up from under the left shoulder towards the ceiling. Return to down dog. Lower the knees to the ground, hips to heels for child's pose. Gaze forward and extend the arms to the front. Send the hips up and back to down dog. Keep the head in between the arms and lengthen through the backs of the legs, lowering the elbows to the ground for dolphin pose. Return to child's pose or practice low plank on the elbows if headstand is not part of your personal practice. Go close by a wall for extra security if necessary. Remember to measure the distance in between the elbows by holding on opposite elbows before interlacing the fingers and making a cup for the head to fit in. Most of the weight will be in the elbows and the hands. You are pushing the ground away with the elbows as much as you can. Walk the feet in until the hips are over the shoulders. Bend one leg after the other. Legs can be together or wide to walk the feet closer in until the hips are over the shoulders. Never jump into headstand. Hold the headstand for a moment with the knees tucked. Come out if the pressure on the crown of the head is too intense. If you feel okay, start to straighten the legs. Hold for a couple of moments or longer if still comfortable. Come out with control, lowering one foot after the other to the ground. Rest in child's pose. Come out of child's pose and adopt staff pose, seated with the spine upright and both legs straight to the front. Bend the right leg, right sole of the foot against the inside of the left leg, knee open. As a variation, place the foot on top of the left leg in the hip crease for half lotus variation. In this variation, you can try to bind the right hand behind the back to the right big toe. Inhale, reach the left arm or both arms up alongside the ears. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips, trying to touch the belly to the thigh, the chest to the knee, and the forehead to the shin. With each exhalation, release a bit deeper in this forward fold. Slowly come out. Place the right foot on the outside of the left knee, knee pointing up. Maybe bend the bottom leg, left foot on the outside of the right thigh. Both sitting bones are in contact with the ground. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, place the right hand or fingertips down behind the back. Left elbow crease around the right knee or over the right knee. You can hold onto the inside of the right foot. The right hand can bind behind the back to the left thigh. Gaze over the right shoulder and lengthen through the spine with each inhalation. Twist a bit further with each exhalation. Release half lord of the fishes pose. Stack the right knee on top of the left for cow face pose. If this is difficult for you, you can come to easy pose with the right leg in front of the left. Reach the right arm up, bend at the elbow, palm between the shoulder blades, and reach the left arm to the side, bend at the elbow. See if you can grab the fingers of both hands to open the chest and shoulders. Close the eyes, soften the muscles of the face. Keep the neck long and shoulders relaxed down. Release the bind, release the legs. Straighten the legs forward, place the hands behind you, relax the feet and legs and shake them out. Let's repeat these seated poses on the other side, starting with head to knee pose. Left sole of the foot on the inside of the right leg or in the hip crease for half lotus variation. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, reach forward, belly to thigh, chest to knee, forehead to shin. Maybe binding behind the back to the big toe if you're in half lotus variation. Try to find some comfort and introspection in this forward fold. Slowly come up again. Prepare for the spinal twist. A left foot to the outside of the right thigh. As a variation, the bottom leg can stay straight. Inhale for a long spine, reaching the left arm up. Exhale to twist and place the left hand or fingertips onto the ground behind you. Right elbow hugs around the left knee or pushes into the outside of the knee. You can grab hold the inside of the left foot and the left arm can bind behind the back to the right hip. Unwind from the twist to transition to cow face pose with the possibility to cross the left leg in front of the right instead. Left arm up and the right arm folded down. Hands are joined behind the back. Hold the shoulder opener while staying relaxed but focused. Release cow face to come to butterfly pose, joining both foot soles together. You can add a fold or choose a wide-legged forward fold instead. Choose the pose that gives you a mild sensation of lengthening over the inner thighs and maybe a stretch over the back and the backside of the legs. Don't pull or push yourself too hard in the pose. Allow yourself to give in or surrender a bit. Slowly come upright again and close the legs together. Let's come to half boat. Keep a straight back and lean back slightly to lift the feet off the ground, bringing the lower legs parallel to the ground. Maybe give full boat a try, straightening the legs. We'll do a couple of repetitions from half boat to low boat, straightening the legs. Come up half boat and lower down for low boat. Continue on your own. Inhale half boat, exhale low boat. Last repetition. And let go, relax down onto the back. Bend the knees and hug the knees into the chest. Rock from side to side. Place the feet hips distance apart, as close by the buttocks as you can. Palms are flat onto the floor. Move the hips on the pace of the breath. Inhale, lift the hips as high as you can. Exhale, roll the hips and spine back down again. Repeat on your own, moving on your own breath. Now this time you will hold bridge pose, interlock the fingers to untuck the shoulders and continue breathing while pressing the feet firmly into the ground. Release the hands and the hips to the ground again and rest for a moment. Prepare mentally for a second round of bridge or come into wheel pose. Place the hands underneath the shoulders with the fingers pointing down. Press into the feet to lift the hips up high and open the chest. The head is relaxed in between the arms. Try to keep the knees hips distance apart and the feet parallel. Maybe shorten the distance in between the hands and feet by walking the hands closer in. You can come onto the tiptoes as well. To come out of wheel pose, tuck the chin to the chest, bend through the elbows to roll the shoulders, the back and the hips to the ground. Open the feet wide and rest both knees together. Draw both knees into the chest. Open the left arm to the side and lower the knees down to the right side. Turn the head to the left, away from the legs. Return to the center. Open both legs and grab hold of the big toes, the feet or ankles for happy baby. Close the knees together and repeat the spinal twist on the left side. Unwind from this reclined spinal twist and come back to the center. Straighten out one leg after the other. Open the legs comfortably apart and take some space for the arms to the sides of the body. Turn the palms up. Close the eyes. Make the last adjustments to the body before setting the intention to stay in corpse pose without moving. Relax the body completely and feel supported by the ground. Bring the attention back to the physical body. Wake up by gentle movements of the extremities. Bend the legs, place the palms on top of the knees, and draw circles with both knees together in both directions. With the hands behind the knees and the rounded back, rock back and forth to come up to seated. Take a moment to notice how you feel after practice. Let's take a deep breath in, reaching the arms overhead, and breathe out, joining both hands in front of the heart. Thank you so much for joining me in this Hatha Yoga flow, and hope to see you next time. Namaste.